Do you need an everyday foundation for over 50 skin because the ones you have been using simply don't feel right or look the same? You know, that happens to all of us, and you're not alone, because especially with the weather changing and, the holidays have been coming and going and you're under a lot of stress, but the foundation just isn't sitting right. Well, I've got a few for you that I'd like to suggest because they've been working for me. And I wanted to share this with you because it's a struggle. And so between the weather and the environment and your activity levels and everything going on, your foundation just may not be sitting and looking the way it used to. Welcome to Ageless. I'm Kimberly, and I'm here to help you look and feel your best at every age. Okay, let's begin. So the first one I have for you today is by Mario. Now, Mario has several formulations, but this one is, I believe, the Surreal Skin. Yes. And if you're a shade twin to me, my shade is 2N. Now, this foundation, now be careful when you go to the store because all of the bottles seem to look alike. So be careful. I have made that mistake and picked up the wrong formula. But this Surreal Skin is super exciting because when you put a few drops on your face, it smooths out and you have to use very little because it's very pigmented. But on over 50 skin, if there's any texture or discoloration, this foundation does the trick. I have it on today and I barely put any on. I put a dot here, 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 and here. A dot, mind you. It's been on for hours, probably 5 or 6 hours perhaps. And I do not powder, especially in the winter. I will blot with a napkin if I have any of my oil coming through, and predominantly it's the sunscreen that I have on in my skin prep that will come through because I have dry skin in the winter. But this formula, it lasts all day. It does not transfer on my clothes, especially in that neck area. And this makeup is just simply out of sight because it doesn't change color on me. A lot of the formulas, after I turned 50, and they would oxidize, they would either turn to yellow, to orange, or to something. And this one does not change. And it's the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin. And this is my first choice simply because it doesn't change throughout the day. Your skin looks soft, radiant, and glowing. And I give him 5 stars for this one. Okay, the next one I'm going to suggest. Now this one I save for special occasions when I'm going on a date with my husband, or I'm going on a date with my girlfriends, or there's an event for work or whatnot. But this one leaves your skin looking and feeling like a piece of satin. I'm not teasing because this is elegance in a bottle. And this is the Givenchy. It absolutely knocks my socks off with performance. This creates a smooth effect, like that airbrush effect that everybody searches for. It's in this bottle. And you use it very sparingly. Now, I am very sparing with my products, no matter what I do. But this particular product, it has high coverage. And so you just need the teeniest drop and apply less because you can always apply more. But the same thing, I always use my fingertips and I put dot here. I put 5 dots on my face. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I smooth out with my fingers. I don't use brushes anymore because I felt like they left streaks on my face. And the brush application on me, because I have rosacea, would enhance the redness. It would create redness underneath the makeup that wouldn't have been there before. So if brushes work for you or sponges, that's terrific, but they don't work for me. So I have to use my fingers and I get a great application. I always am mindful and wash my hands prior, but my finger pads work splendid. And this is my choice. If I went to an office every day, I would switch, I think, between the Mario and this. But this particular one is, to me, a more elegant, leveled up. You know, the Mario is for every day, no matter what. It is superb. It's long lasting. But this Givenchy, it really looks spectacular. And so if you've got a special event, oh, this looks especially beautiful in candlelight. Like if you're going to dinner or anything in that regard, you can count on this to make you look your absolute best. And on Ageless, that's what we're after. Okay, so this is my second choice. And again, it's for different events, activities, and so forth. Now, this is my color in this. I'm 2N in this particular one, if you are a shade match. And they have such a beautiful, beautiful color selection as well. So the range is wonderful, but the absolute performance of this one is 10 stars, not 5. This is 10 because that is a very sophisticated, polished look, as opposed to the Mario, which was everyday. And again, it shows no texture. It doesn't settle into the lines. It doesn't emphasize the dry patches. And one thing about all of these that I'm sharing with you today is the fact that they don't settle into lines. And throughout the day, if you do have any oil breakthrough or you sweat or whatnot, it's not going to settle here and it's not going to settle here. And I have very deep 11s here. I have no Botox, no Juvederm. I've got a whole lot of nothing. So with that being said, you know, I've got some crevices on my face that are, you know, just waiting for something to settle into, and these don't. My recommendations today do not emphasize texture, dryness, oiliness, pores, or crevices. Okay, the third one I have for you, now this is so old school, and I know it's going to be a surprise, but trust me, it's a powerhouse. It won't let you down. And guess what it is? It's a Clinique product, and I adore it. It's the Clinique Super Balanced. Does this take you back or what? This foundation is so tried and true. This has been through the trenches. This is another everyday makeup that you need the tiniest bit because it is heavily pigmented, it lasts all day, and it makes your skin look smooth. I'll wear it one day in a video for you because most people overlook a lot of the Clinique foundations. But if you're over 50 and you have, you know, mature skin in a pro-aging phase of your life, we need products that we can depend on. Now, this has been through, oh my gosh, this came out so long ago, I can't even recall when. But guess what? I can rely on it. I wear this fishing, I can wear it to the gym, I can wear it just to run to the grocery store and back, and it doesn't look like you have anything on your face. It simply melts into your skin, does not emphasize anything. And it really covers all the redness or any color that you have underneath, like veins, blue veins, red veins, any sallowness on your face. It gives you an even canvas. This product, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when you put eye primer on. When you put a primer on your eyes and it sets you up for success, it sets you up for whatever eyeshadows you put on, that you know it's going to enhance them and give you a longer lasting day, that's what this does. It's the Clinique Super Balanced. Now in this particular product, I'm number 33 cream. I always have been. I've been wearing this for so many years, I simply can't count. But trust me, this one's a winner. Now, I said Mario was 5 stars. The Givenchy was 10. This is in a league all of its own. This gets the old school award. It's like that friend you can count on no matter what. That's the Clinique Super Balanced. Okay, those to me are my top 3. I don't personally have a lot of foundations any longer because I've narrowed down my makeup collection to what really works. When you have over 50 positive aging skin, and aging is a privilege, but our needs change. And, I feel like every day, every makeup line is coming out with more and more and more, and our selections are overwhelming. However, just because something is new does not mean it works for you. I mean, at least that's what I'm encountering. But I am always game to try. I really am. But these are the ones that I'm sharing with you today because I know they work. I trust them. And I feel like, when we are in a certain age group that thinks it worked on us when we were 20, 30, even 40, even at 47 years old, between our hormones and our activities and, life changes, and especially with weather, when it's hot outside, when it's cold outside, when you have a heater on in your house, or opposite, you're in air condition all the time. Your skin acts differently. And that has nothing to do with you add all the other things in life with it. So if you have a few foundations that you can count on no matter what, we're lucky. And that's what these are, which is why I chose them specifically to share with you today. Okay, I have one extra. I was going to show you just 3 to keep it simple. I always like to keep things simple. But I am throwing another one in there because I have found myself wearing this from in the summer. I wore it almost every day, and now I find it, unless I have company or I'm really going somewhere, or I'm going to, go on a date with a girlfriend or whatnot, this is what I've been wearing every single day, no matter what. It is a foundation tint. Let me make sure. What is this called? This is a Beauty Screen Mineral Peptide Foundation Tint. Now, I'm shade 2. I seem to be a 2 in everything, don't I? Now, this is the Naked Sundays. Now, all of these. Now, it doesn't matter what foundation that you have. We must shake the bottle to combine all the ingredients so it lays smoothly on your skin. But this one in particular has an SPF of 50. That's out of sight. So this is what it looks like. I'm trying to get you the full. Can you see it? Now, this one is spectacular because you've got that extra sunscreen. Now, sometimes sunscreens in a foundation can make it perform differently. It can make the shine come out, your oils come up if the what is it called? The sunscreen has an oily component to it or a slippery component. It can really make your face really shiny, or if there's titanium dioxide or zinc in there, the titanium will make it, or the zinc will make it look a white cast. This has a blend of both, and this has predominantly zinc oxide in it, but I get no white cast with this, and there's a huge selection of colors. So I have to really be mindful and shake this really, really well. This comes out fast. It's very fluid. So put this on your hand, make sure you take your finger and warm it up. And as I mentioned, I only use my fingertips, and I do the same application. I put 5 dots on my face, on the perimeter and one on my nose, and I start blending. This product dries down to a soft satin, and it doesn't move. It really, really is terrific in the regard that you've got an SPF 50. I wear an SPF 50 every day, rain or shine, inside or out, no matter what. I mean, that's my protocol because I'm so pro-aging. I love reverse aging. Another time, I'll share with you that I am going backwards in life because it's intentional. I believe in reverse aging. I believe in pro-aging because aging is a privilege. And on Ageless, Ageless is an attitude and we've got it. So I'm telling you now, this product, if you want the extra, you just want that extra confirmation that when you go outside, you're protected. You already have your sunscreen underneath. Now, I would not wear this one alone. I would never do that. I would never wear anything that has a sunscreen inside it and depend on that for my sunscreen of the day because I really protect my skin. And especially after 50, oh my stars, that's my number one priority is to protect my skin from the sun. So, with that being said, this particular product gives you a balance of both. It's a win-win. You've got your SPF 50, you've got a skin tint that looks like foundation. However, your skin will shine through. And everything I'm showing you today is because I want you to feel radiant and to feel glowing. None of these products mask your skin, suffocate your skin, or look heavy. So if you were standing next to me and I were looking at you, I wouldn't be able to tell where it stopped and started. So that's what we're seeking, every day. When you put on makeup, it's to enhance our beauty and our inner and outer beauty to come together, but not mask it or cover it up or hide it. And especially not to make, call attention to anything, for heaven's sake. So this particular product, Naked Sundays, has become my everyday, especially if I know I'm leaving the house. If I know I'm leaving the house, I always have on my sunscreen in my skincare routine, my morning. And then if I put this on, it's usually if I'm going to be running errands all day and I know I'm going to be going in and out of the car over and over again. So I have double protection, plus it looks polished. It looks nice. It looks fresh. And you really look put together, and it's just a skin tint with an SPF 50. It's just fabulous. Okay, so that's my last one. So I've given you 3 plus your bonus everyday running around skin tint of foundations for over 50 skin that are just going to be reliable. Now, would you share with us in the comments, would you share with us what you use? What foundation can you depend on? Like if you're running around all day, I love that when you're running errands because we're in and out of the car, you're going to sweat a little, and what can you depend on that when you put it on in the morning, it's going to be there when you get home? That's what we're searching for because our needs are different over 50, and that's what we need to help each other with, is something we can count on like a great friend. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I just want to let you know that on Ageless I promote, be bold, be strong, be confident. Go out there today and be ageless. And when you're wearing your foundation, you want to go out there and have the confidence and have your flair and style that it looks terrific. And you don't have to worry about it sliding off. You don't have to worry about if you're hugging somebody, it's going to transfer onto their clothes or your clothes. But you have that confidence under your belt. And that's what I'm here to help you with. I'm really here on Ageless to help you look and feel your best at every age. So thank you for being here with me today. I really, really appreciate sharing time together, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.